Welcome to the Rebellion. We are Billy and Steve, and back in 2022 we broke free from the shackles of society, left the concrete maze behind and hit the road in search of something real. For years we lived wild in our old van Luna, home-baked meals, foraging from the land, campfires and sunsets that didn't cost a penny. And then in May 2025, Luna was written off. But we're not stopping. We've got a new van, a Luton box van called Spirit. And we're building the next off-grid home from scratch. It's budget living with soul, raw, rootsy and real. This is our rebellion. Well, I guess there's no going back now. Let's get this cat out done. We appear to have our hole through to the cab. Now what we've got to do, fill it, frame it, and make it look nice. So, one doorway. Obviously, got to push that up a bit. We'll push our top up a bit. Bit of glue, maybe a tack or something. One doorway formed with rubber. And the plan is now to get the ply. On here, and it should then butt up to it, and then any movement of the vehicle will be taken in the rubber. That's my plan. So let's see how that works out. So that's the door frame roughly in. I know people will sort of comment on it and things how I've done it different. Didn't go down the old accordion sort of rubber thing for the entire width. I've used this old door seal from Luna. Don't know if it'll work, but anyway, you can see it sort of compresses and the inside fan can move, so we can move separately if we have to. Try and error. If it doesn't work, then we'll have to readdress that in the future. But for now, I think that's kind of a way. I'm going to crack on. I'll put these here as temporary to see how they sort of match that. And I'm going to put the old door in, see how that looks. So that's kind of how it's going to look. Although this door has to be cut down a bit because it doesn't fit. It's a bit too long. But the width is perfect. And obviously, like I said, I'll put these on temporary. They'd have to come off because those lines don't match and that'll really mess with my brain. So yeah, progress. Few alterations, but it's definitely getting there.
Good morning, everyone. So it is a Saturday, Saturday, July the 4th, week 4. I don't know anymore. I know it's Saturday. You guys know that I love when you guys comment. Now, somebody left a comment and I thought, wow, that's random. I'll do a video of this. Now this is by Bluey B, who wrote, can you ask your Alexa about the Battle of the Beanfield in several different ways before installing it into Spirit? I'd be interested to know. Now I know we did a video on that on the anniversary, so I'm now going to ask Alexa about the Battle of the Beanfield. I don't know what you mean in several different ways, but I'm going to ask the first question. So, Alexa, tell me about the Battle of the Beanfield.
According to Wikipedia, the Battle of the Beanfield took place over several hours on the 1st of June 1985, when Wiltshire police prevented the peace convoy, a convoy of several hundred New Age travellers, from setting up the 1985 Stonehenge Free Festival in Wiltshire, England.
So now I'm going to ask Alexa the same question in a different way. What happened in 1985 to do with the Beanfield attack near Stonehenge?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
But seriously though. Alexa, What happened in 1985 near Stonehenge?
Based on current showtimes, I couldn't find any movies playing near Stonehenge today.
What happened on the 1st of June in 1985 near Stonehenge?
From wikipedia.org. The Battle of the Beanfield took place over several hours on the 1st of June 1985.
Can you give me some famous names that were involved in the Battle of the Beanfield in 1985?
From wikipedia.org. The Battle of the Beanfield took place over several hours on the 1st of June 1985, when Wiltshire police
Right,
prevented
Alexa,
the peace
stop.
convoy.
Name famous people that were involved in the Battle of the Beanfield in 1985.
From wikipedia.org. The Battle of the Beanfield took place over several hours on the 1st of
Right, let's rephrase the question, shall we? Alexa, who is now famous via the Battle of the Beanfield?
From wikipedia.org. Singer Roy Harper's song Back to the Stones refers to the Battle of the Beanfield.
Is there anybody else that's well known or famous due to the Beanfield massacre in 1985?
From wikipedia.org. The Battle of the Beanfield took place over several hours on the 1st of June
Alexa,
1985.
stop. I told you, Bluey, I did write in the comment, she's useless. She really is. I ask her deep stuff all the time and she goes that she has no idea. I ask her controversial questions, she has no idea. She is very old, I'll give it that, probably needs updating. Anyway, what I found, I mean, I think there's also the guy, I mean, you have got the, I know they mentioned, I can't even remember, I've just done it now. There's obviously the Levellers. But this is what I found. Oh, let's see. So, Polly Higgins, she is later known as an environmental lawyer and activist, and she was one of those that was arrested at the Battle of the Beanfield. Then you've got Michael Heseltine, who was the Secretary of State of Defence in Margaret Thatcher's government. While he wasn't directly at the scene, the government that supported increased crackdowns on the travellers and free festivals. Lord Cardigan, he owned the land near the site of the clash, and he was a witness to the violence. And then there was obviously Nick Davis, journalist, Neil Goodwin, who's a film person, and then you had the Peace Convoy, which is the collective name for the travellers that was there. Obviously the Thames Valley and the Wiltshire police were there. Alan Dearlin, he wrote the book No Fixed Abode, so he has written about that. And then obviously the band referenced the event in songs like Battle of the Beanfield, which was the Levellers. That's what I could find. But I think, I forget his name, I think he owns, and he set up Ecotricity in Stride. He was a part of that convoy. So Alexa, like I said, is pretty shit. And if I ask her anything deep, what was the other questions? Louis also said, it's not a troll comment, but ask it anything deep. Like I said, I have, so I'll flip you around again and I'll ask a couple of deep questions. Alexa, are the government controlling us?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
What she always says. Alexa, are aliens here on this planet?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Did Jesus really walk the earth?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Is there anything you can tell me that's quite deep, apart from the sea?
From Quora.com. The Mariana Trench, at 35,814 feet below sea level, is deeper than Mount Everest is
Right,
tall and
Alexa,
anything...
stop. Is there anything that you can tell me that is quite deep?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, you're quite shit, aren't you?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah. She's not good, is she? Anyway, loved that. I thought that was a little bit of fun. I think what I might do is because that was really random and I really like that. So I think in future, if anybody does put a random question or something that I just think, wow, that's out the loop, I think I'm going to do this sort of thing with it. I thought that was brilliant. So thank you, Bluey. That was, is it Bluey? Bluey? That was a really cool question. My response to you was, if nobody's seen it, different. So especially for you, I will record said question and post it in on Sunday's video for you. And when you said about asking it something deep, I said, well, when I have done in the past, he normally doesn't know fuck all, which I've just shown. That was really cool. That was really cool. Yeah, I think this could be like a weekly thing, but it all depends on the questions, you know. So let's get back to what I was on about now. Basically, so today for me is, as you can hear, Steve's already working in the van. He's done the cut through into the cab. I'm about to start on the ceiling, insulating that. I bought some paint, so I'm going to be painting some stuff. I've also started taking boards out of it, as you can see behind me. Unfortunately, I couldn't take any off because behind the bed we have like a pews, and in order to get to them, the whole bed has to come out because the screws are right in the bottom in order to take the pews out. So I'm gonna start taking things off the ceiling, I think. Once I've done the insulation today, I've got a little got some painting to do, and then I'm going to try and tackle these boards. Patch is a little bit under the weather, has been since yesterday. They've upped his fuchsimide, and I think they said he's 6 kilograms. He's not 6 kilograms, he's about 5.5. So I think they want him to have 60 milligrams a day. I think that's too much for him, so I put it down today to 40. Because he did not sleep last night, me and Steve. Well, throughout the day, I was up, down, up, down, up, down. He would settle and then suddenly shoot up. And then drink loads, wee loads, come back, drink loads and repeat. That was what happened all day yesterday. It was really frustrating. And the same thing happened in the night. So we took him for a walk once it got cooler. So I think it was about 9:30. We took him for a walk, which he really loved. And I thought, yeah, he's happy again, and got him back in. He had something to eat, not a lot, but he had something to eat. And then it all started again. So I think Steve counted 18 times in the night. Up, out, let him in, put him back on the bed. He jumped down. We did leave him just to do his own thing at some point, and I got up. And he was curled up on the floor, which he never does. He tries to get up on the bed, and I stepped over him, and then he was awake. So I don't know if he'd got a little bit of sleep, but he's I'll turn it around in a minute so you can see him. He's all right. He's resting. I think if it continues, I'll take him up for a checkup. He's had his meds this morning. He is really naughty though, and I don't know if any of you guys have dogs that will not take their medicine. Right, I've tried everything to give him his medicine in the morning, so he's not taking them. Like the one lot of tablets got to take every 8 hours. He's not doing that. And the other tablet he's got to take every 12 hours. He's not doing that. I spoke to the doctor about it, vet, and she said it's okay as a little leeway, like a few hours before, after. But yeah, he's really naughty. He did take it this morning, so I'm really pleased with that. He's took him properly this morning. I've cut the dose down just a touch, just to see if it's the is it fuchsimide? I think he's had too much of it, and I think it's just overwhelming him because they get problems with their kidneys then. So I'll flip you around, show you he's fine. He's chilling out. The minute I step out the van, he's going to follow me, and he's just going to hang out with me while I get on with stuff. So I've waffled long enough. quite cold this morning actually, which is nice. It's breezy, so it means I can get on with stuff. I think Monday the weather's supposed to be quite good. It's supposed to be cool and cloudy, which means we might be able to paint the outside of the van. Anyway, enough waffling. He's going to come in here, chase my ass because I'm not working.
So this morning's job, starting to cover all this in. So then later on, Billy can do some painting maybe.
So Steve is doing the walls in the bedroom area, and of course he's forgotten to put a cable to the fan, which is there. So I'm gonna feed a cable from there across there and run along and down there. Right?
Aye. That right, my love. That be right.
Please don't film me doing this. Fuck it, I can't do it with one hand. So I spent the day yesterday painting all this. Now don't be deceived by the colour you see, right? It's showing a true colour now, it's grey. This was supposed to be something nutmeg, I can't remember now, there's paint all over there. So it's grey. There you go, that's a true colour. It's grey. I've done 2 coats, I don't bloody like it. So instead, we decided on mellow mocha. Wanted a mushroom colour and we got grey. So around to see what happens. Okay.
That's a better colour, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. This is more mushroom looking now. Pain in the ass. I wasted all that time yesterday, really.
Can't good base coat.
Can't live with grey.
Give them a nice base coat, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, when we got this ceiling up here and we got the wood on, it's going to change it again.
It's really hot.
So we've got windows.